Are you thinking of buying your first investment property in Spokane, but you just can't decide which neighborhood is going to be best? Don't worry, we'll cover everything you need to know in this video. Welcome back to Living in Spokane, Washington. If you're new here, my name is Hunter Mackay, and I'm your local real estate broker. If you have any questions about the local area or are just considering a move, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team. We're happy to get on the phone and make sure everything goes smoothly for your purchase here. Now, let's get into today's video. One of my favorite neighborhoods to invest in is Spokane Valley. Of course, there are a lot of different neighborhoods that make up the valley, but it is actually its own city. And so it has its own city council, its own regulations, and that can be a really big difference when you're looking at investment properties. A lot of the city of Spokane proper, you're not going to find a large tract of land with a house on it that you can subdivide. There's just not very many of them left. But if you go to Spokane Valley, you will still find quite a few rural-ish farmhouses that have an acre or 2 acres that look like they're starting to butt up against a more traditional neighborhood. When you find one of those properties, you can check with the city of Spokane Valley and see if you can break up the parcel. And in a lot of cases, you can buy the whole house, renovate it, and then get a couple of building lots on the back side of the property while selling off the front property after renovating it. This can be an incredible way to make your own mini subdivision or development, depending on your skill set. And even just subdividing the land and selling the land as separate buildable parcels to people who have more experience, if that isn't something that you're interested in, it can still be a great way to make a lot of money. Heading into North Spokane is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's Shadle, and then another part of it nearby is Audubon / Downriver. These are two up-and-coming areas of Spokane that have always been really strong contenders for value and condition of home. The homes are older. We're looking probably between 1940s to 1970s, but this is really what we want. We want to find something that is owned by grandma, that has been taken care of for the last 40 years, hopefully without any updates, but maybe she's just done the roof and the furnace. These are the types of homes that you're actually going to find in this neighborhood because they are generally a more upscale, north side, strong family dynamic where people have taken really good care of their homes. This isn't always the case. You can always find a hoarder home in every neighborhood. I secretly love hoarder homes. They are great value-add properties when you find the right one, so if you don't want one, call me, I'll buy it from you. At the end of the day, Shadle and Downriver, they provide really cute ranch-style homes with basements and 2 stories, and they just have very strong neighborhood vibes. When you get there, it's established, they're big trees, and so if you can find the right property, doing a value-add in that neighborhood can be a lot of fun, and it's a very popular neighborhood once you have a renovated home, either for rent or for sale. The final neighborhood I want to talk about today is West Central. Now, West Central is a highly transitioning neighborhood. If you are on Bridge Street, which is where I live, you might have $1 million home because some of my neighbors quite literally are. The houses across the street are brand new, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for 1,600 square feet, and they can be as much as $700,000. So it's crazy to think about how that same street can be just 2 blocks over from College, and on College you might find a $300,000 duplex that might need to be torn down, if I'm perfectly honest. It can be in rough condition. And so you really want to put yourself in the path of growth in West Central neighborhood, but over the last 10 years, this whole area has gentrified immensely. And so, yes, there are still parts of the street that need to be cleaned up more, but those are really the ones that I'm personally looking to buy in right now, and I'm expanding my portfolio in this very area. We know that the area is growing because of the density and its proximity to downtown. It is extremely convenient to live here, and it's my favorite place that I've ever lived in Spokane. There is no right way to make money when investing in real estate. There's just knowing your numbers and really planning where am I going to put value and where am I planning to sell and or rent in order to make this profit. Take a look at what your risk tolerance is. Do you want to live or rent in an area like West Central where you might have to deal with some gentrification issues, or would you rather pay more money and generally have a safer investment in an area of town like Shadle? There's no right answer there. You just have to decide, am I going to spend time and work? Am I going to use my sweat equity, or am I going to spend money? And in terms of Spokane Valley, it's an entirely different type of project set. You're likely to get a lot more units, a lot more land, and have a lot more development style projects that you need to work on. This is going to require a lot more capital, but in the end can provide a lot bigger takeout and a bigger project. If you've had any experience flipping homes in Spokane, please drop us a comment and let us know what your experiences have been like and any advice that you can give to those watching the video. My closing advice to everyone is don't cheap out on your materials. Take the time to really map out the whole project, and if you say, do I need to do that? The answer is probably yes in today's market, because when the inspection comes around, if the buyer wants it done or they're going to walk and you haven't planned to do it, that's going to put you in a financial pickle. So get with a good contractor, get a good real estate broker, and listen to them. Thanks everyone for watching today's video. Give us a like, subscribe, and don't forget to comment, and tune in for next time.